And welcome to another edition of the Route 422 Business Advisor Show. My name is Bill Haley, your host, and we have a great show for you today. We're going to be visiting with Denice and James Harrison of Patriot Pest Solutions, and we're at their new office at 414 West Main Street in Trappe. And Denice, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent. Yeah. Denice, let's start out just talking about how your business got started. I know you're doing fabulous, and you're well known throughout the region already. It's only been a few short years, but give me a little bit about your background, how you got started.
Well, it was just 3 short years ago.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It seems like so much longer than that, but we started out as a husband and wife team and grew from there. We started out working from our home,
right.
And the next year we needed another technician, and then here we are, 2 technicians and help in the office. And next year we're going to be hiring another 2 people. So we're really excited about that.
Wow, yeah. And you started in your home, and now it's here we are in it's almost November of 2013, and you're in this beautiful new office. So I guess you moved in here 3-4 months ago?
Yes, we just moved in, and again, it's giving us the space that we need and the visibility in the community, which is so important as a local family-owned business. And we've gotten a great deal of support, during our endeavor, and we're very fortunate for that.
Yes, and you're located here in Trappe, but you really service a very wide area in the region, right? Tell me the areas that you service.
Be happy to. We service not only Montgomery County, but also Berks County, Chester County, Delaware County, and parts of Philadelphia area. And we're able to do that because we have a great team of people that cover various territories. So it gives us a wide range.
Absolutely, and there certainly is a need for your service. There's no shortage of pests out there, are there? So why don't you describe for me the range of services that Patriot Pest Solutions offers?
All different shapes and sizes pests come in. Our range of service varies from residential and commercial pest control, all the normal insects that we find to be a nuisance, and we don't want ants and spiders and things like that in our home, mice. And in addition to that, we are fully licensed to do termite treatment as well as bed bug services. And I have to tell you, that's become very prevalent, not just in, most people think, oh, it's in cities and things like that, but it's all through our area.
And hotels in particular, obviously.
Of course, we do a good deal of services in retirement communities. Because again, you think about it,
sure.
Bed bugs being spread, they're little hitchhikers, and they jump on your clothes. You can get them from a movie theater or just visiting with someone, and people associate it with uncleanliness, and that's certainly not the case. Right. So oftentimes, Karen and myself find ourselves to be psychiatrists on the telephone because people are so upset over this particular type of nuisance insect. And of course we can't forget about wildlife, because that is something that we do a great deal of, and bird and bat removal as well.
That's amazing. Those critters are relentless, aren't they?
They
now, as you well know, and readers of the 422 Business Advisor know, we have done a cover story on you. So I want to emphasize and get you to comment on the fact that, yes, you will go out and address a problem with a pest, whether it be insects or rodents or whatever the case might be. But you also put a strong emphasis on educating your customers and instituting preventive measures, right?
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about that. Not just getting rid of the pest when you have a problem, but also working to ensure that the problem stays away and doesn't come back.
An ongoing maintenance program is always suggested, when a problem exists, because we can certainly solve the problem at that point in time. But, just for instance, take your home, and you call us for ants or spiders, and we can fix that problem right then and there. But then we offer a maintenance program where we come out 3 times a year, and we will ensure that you don't have any more critters or insects getting inside your home. And people like the fact that they've got a go-to person that will help them with their problems.
And a lot of that also deals with recommendations, say to, get brush away from the building and areas where pests might, what's the word I'm looking for? They reproduce and grow.
Yeah.
You want to clear those areas out, correct? And then the
Sure.
other thing too is I know, and we're going to have James on shortly. He might talk a little bit about this, about using products that are eco-friendly as much as possible. That's very important, isn't it?
Yeah, in this day and age, we have a lot of calls where folks are saying, geez, are your products safe with, I have an infant,
Right.
I have small pets or large pets. And in addition to that, they want eco-friendly products. And yeah, James could certainly, as an entomologist, he can get into more detail about that than I could.
Right, right.
But certainly we know that that's a need.
Excellent. Well, let's we're going to bring James in now, and Denice, I want to thank you for sharing your thoughts about the company with us, and we'll talk to James. And I want to invite our viewers to while I have you, Denice, why don't we give your phone number and your website before we bring James on?
Be happy to. Our phone number is 610-489-5136, and we have two websites. Our initial website was patriotpestsolutions.net, and then we have a website specifically for wildlife, and that's wildlifesolutions.net.
Very good, very good. All right, thanks so much, Denice, and we're gonna now talk to James Harrison, the other half of this tremendous team we have here.
All right, great.
And James, welcome to the show. James Harrison, the other half of the team here at Patriot Pest Solutions, the leadership team, anyway.
Yes.
Tell me, James, what separates Patriot Pest Solutions from your competitors out there?
Oh, there's a few things. One of the biggest things for us is our level of experience that we have. I'm actually an associate certified entomologist, which in Pennsylvania, I think there's probably 12 of us that are there. So we have a certain level of expertise that we bring to the table that we can therefore, have all of our guys trained in a high level. So as they go out and deliver service, it's just not somebody who wanted to do pest control and just sort of started it. They really know what they're doing.
Your clients have a high level of confidence that you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're up on all the latest technologies and techniques. Right?
Absolutely, because there is a little bit of a risk that's involved in any time that that anything that we do our service, and so you've got to make sure that everybody who's doing that's trained and up on those techniques. So that's one of the biggest things is the experience level that we bring. We also Denice and I invest a lot in technology. So all of our technicians have handheld devices. So as we go out, everything that we do, we record electronically.
Gotcha.
When we're doing routing and scheduling, everything is mobile. So if we have to add a service to a given day, that's a phone call away. It gets loaded into the device. So we're more efficient in our routing, which in turn helps us keep our costs very competitive and usually lower than some of our competition, just because we make that investment
Your efficiency
in technology.
creates savings, sure.
Absolutely. So that's a couple of things that.
Well, yeah, and I'm going to add to that, James, because I have interviewed yourself and Denice for articles. So I happen to know that you place a very, very high premium on customer service, on developing a relationship, getting to know your customers, opening those doors of communication, explaining what you do. And making them feel comfortable. So, and you also impart that philosophy to your employees as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's when we hire people or bring those people on, the biggest trait we look for is somebody who is a caring individual. And I know a lot of people say that and demonstrate that, but really for us, that's a fundamental belief. Because in our business, when it's the middle of summer and it's 95 degrees outside and 90% humidity, and that customer calls us and has a problem, we want to have people who want to help them, not somebody who is just an hourly employee that says, okay, now I've got to go do another service for somebody.
You want some empathy and some understanding of what they're going through.
Absolutely. Okay. So we focus on when we're hiring people, those types of individuals. And we've been great so far with having those types of guys and gals that feel that, that want to get out there and help them. And so and that's what keeps our customer service at a very high level that most companies don't, because they have different standards somewhat than what we do, and that's just what makes us different.
Right, and they don't have that focus on that level of control.
Absolutely.
And of course, that leads me into another thought here that obviously that's a good policy on its own right, but it also helps grow your business, doesn't it? Because
Absolutely.
when you have happy, satisfied customers, they tell their neighbors, their co-workers.
Absolutely.
And word of mouth really kind of snowballs from and it all emanates from the way you treat your customers.
Yes, we get a lot of our business through referrals, through we do somebody's house and now their sister, their brother, their aunt calls us because we did such a good job for them. So it goes a long way. It really does.
Right, and of course that's very important, that word of mouth, and of course you advertise in 422 Business Advisor.
Yes.
And this may be a question for Denice as well, but since I have you here, I'll ask you. I know you're as a company very active in business organizations. You belong
Yes.
to several chambers of commerce, the
Yes.
BNI, and you really reach out as a company to connect and network with other businesses in
Absolutely.
the region. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's and it's part of us growing our business is to really be a part of the local scene, so to speak, so that when there's an issue that is local, not only we're the people that we call, but we also therefore have local people that when we have an issue, we can call.
Gotcha.
And so there's a lot of trust that that gets
Right,
built with
right.
that.
You build those relationships, and
Absolutely.
it benefits everybody in the region.
You bet.
Okay, we're running a little short on time, just a couple of minutes left, but I just want to follow up with I mentioned with Denice about your eco-friendly products
Sure.
and your preventative measures. So just if you want to very briefly touch on that.
Yeah,
subject.
once again, technology has made a lot of advancements from 20 years ago to now, where, in times past, if you were going to treat somebody's house for general spiders and ants, let's say, you would have went out there and applied 10, 15 gallons of product on the outside of somebody's house, which, depending on the product that it was, could stay for a certain amount of time. With the advances of technology and how we've embraced it, there are better products that are out there that will leave 1/10 the footprint that those other products would have left, and you get better control.
Right.
So we focus on the uses of those types of products, and we get better control, and it leaves a smaller footprint, so it's much more greener.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, well, it's been wonderful speaking with you, James, and I want to encourage our viewers to contact James and Denice, Patriot Pest Solutions, if you have any problems at all, or even if you want to prevent potential problems coming. So look for this video. Of course, if you're watching on PCTV, you're already seeing it, but you can also see this video on our website, which is 422bizmag.com. This video will be available on the Patriot Pest Solutions website as well. And I also want to invite our viewers to check out 422business.com, our new business-to-business social networking website on the 422 corridor. So I want to thank you all for viewing and invite you to come back and see us next month on the 422 Business Show.